Listening to Jesse Memel in just a moment, and I'm going to be bringing them up. Let me bring that up so that they get ready as they're doing introductions there. So Paradise is one of our, in fact, we have been doing Paradise longer than any other POS. They do a great job. Jesse's going live, so let me bring that up.
Lead developer, founder of Paradise POS. So Paradise POS is an iOS cloud-based point of sale system. We work only on the iPad currently. We use peer-to-peer communications to move data locally throughout the location. We'll touch more on that in a little bit. We can do restaurants. That means table service. We can do quick service. We can do liquor stores. We can do rental. We can do a ton of other stuff. Convenience stores. Like there's tons and tons of stuff that we do. Paradise, we've been on the market, I guess, 5 years at this point. So we kind of know, been there a while, so our software is pretty stable. As far as we know what's going on with our software. Where a lot of people coming out with new software, they're still running into certain bugs and things of that nature. Our system just works. So we have an all-in-one solution. You can see our base solution right here, which comes with a printer, a station, an iPad, a cash drawer, and a credit card terminal. We have 365 days, 24/7 tech support anytime you need it, and that is US-based. We also offer Edge, and we do Edge. I guess you want to say the exact way that Keith asked it to be done, which is basically we give a cash price and a credit price on each item. We are processor neutral, and like I said, we have training and want excellent customer support. When we're matching merchants with Paradise, we're looking for things that they're looking for. Some of those big things are semi-custom reporting, easy item edits. Like when you use our system, it's very simple and easy to use. If you think it should work that way on an iPad, it probably does. You hold down the button to edit an item. You can hold down the button and move it to where you want to move it. Very simple. As far as accountability, we have shift and drawer reports, and this is to keep up with like the servers on the floor for restaurants. We also have detailed daily logs. You want to know who voided that and where that came from, or want to dig deep into your logs because maybe somebody has some theft going on. We have detailed daily logs they can look into. We also, for theft, we have blind drawer count, which means that they tell us how much is in the register. We don't tell them how much is in the register, and then we tell them whether it's over or short, and then lock that down where a manager can be the only one to change that report. We also have many employee permissions also. What defines, when people ask me, well, what defines Paradise? What makes Paradise different than all the other POS systems out there? And that's going to be the way that our system communicates. So I'm going to go over a couple, touch on the high level of a couple of different connections of how things connect. So we have our legacy network. So that's going to be like your Micros Aloha systems. They have a server in the back office somewhere, and then they have client A, B, and C, and those clients are connecting to the server. If the server goes down, the clients are down. Now, every once in a while, they may have a way where they can actually use a client for a server, but the bottom line is they have a server, and that server goes down, and those clients are just down. That's a legacy system. What's really nice about a legacy system, however, is it's all local, it's housed inside, and they don't have to worry about putting anything on the internet. Then we have the cloud network. Cloud networks, we're going to say like Toast, for instance. Toast is a great example. Toast has a cloud on the server, or has a server on the cloud, and that's how and then client A, all three clients connect to the server, to the cloud, and then communicate back down to each other how it works. The difference between this solution is that if the internet goes down, meaning the cloud goes down, all the clients now are essentially independent. A lot of people say, we work independently. Well, that's really code word for you only can use that one station. So if I'm running a restaurant, say a cafeteria, and they go through the line and they go get their food and they come up later and pay their bill at a different station that was rang up on, they can't do that. They're going to have to figure out how to take payment at the station where the sale was rang up at, which is a major hindrance. Another major hindrance for this type of network is the cloud goes down. You have three servers out on the floor. They're trying to figure out where they rang their sale up. And most importantly, at the end of the day, how are they going to reconcile all their sales to know how much cash they're giving back to the restaurant or how much tips they're getting out, things of that nature. And this really hinders that side. Yes, they can put in an LTE hotspot, and yes, they can do these kind of things, but at the end of the day, it's just another cost for them when they shouldn't have to deal with those things. So we set out to build a system with no internet. Now, we're finishing up on EPX. Hopefully by the end of the year, we'll have some kind of solution for them with Storm Forward. But as far as, if you forget the credit cards for a second, just the operationing of the system, Paradise works without internet. We have a cloud, which we'll get to, that gives you reporting and nice clean stuff, and you can still move data through the cloud, but we don't require the cloud. So station A, B, and C, if you took a system and you downloaded 2 iPads and you put them on the Wi-Fi or plug them in through Ethernet, which we can do also, and you unplug the internet line going into the modem or the router, the stations will still talk to each other over the local network out of the box. This can also be done. We have a big bike rental place that has 9 locations but use one database. They check bikes out at one place, they go back and they check them in at another place. They're using one database, and they're using local connections at their bike shops, but they're using the cloud to move the data back and forth throughout their locations. So these are things that we can give to people that nobody else in our industry is able to accomplish without putting another piece of hardware or another piece of software into a system. So 3 iPads out of the box, 2 iPads out of the box, they talk to each other automatically. So you get the reliability of a legacy system because you're moving locally, right? But you get the benefits of a tablet interface and the cloud. So we never lose functionality due to internet outages. I think I went over this stuff. So just stop relying on a network connection. If your internet goes down, your Paradise systems will still communicate. And we send all that data up to the cloud every few minutes. That way, if they need something on the cloud, they can get it. So we're constantly backing up that data, but we don't need that data to make the system work. So the reason we have a cloud is we can give you remote mobile access to dashboards. We can give you inventory reports. We give you all these nice interfaces, whether it's on an iPad or an iPhone or an Android phone. So that the phone, it can be any kind of phone. It could be an Android because it's a browser-based system. So you can use your Android phone for your reporting, or you can use your desktop at home, or you can use whatever you want to use. You have the ability to access multiple stores. Say they have 3 stores, they can access all 3 stores in one login. Do their sales tax commission tracking, business performance, labor costs, any kind of reporting. They can edit their items, and they can do different things. So some of the things that we really brought in is on the iPad itself. We don't want to get people bogged down because, you got to go to the back office and put all your stuff in. We let you do most everything you want to do on the iPad. We have multiple interface options, whether you want retail, restaurant, register mode. I mean, we have it all. Button permissions, well, we actually do button permissions. It's green or red. So if you don't want somebody to touch a button, just make it red. Now the person can't use the button anymore until they have somebody that has a code that can use the button. Modifiers of modifiers, we can add items, change pricing directly on one tablet. While you're in a sale, you can actually do this, and it will actually transmit to all the other iPads. There's no restart. There's no anything. Flexible menu building, unlimited modifiers. House accounts in layaway we do, time clock. I mean, I say up to 70,000 SKUs. We've done more SKUs than that, but you really need to have an iPad Pro, new generation, to do that kind of stuff. But I mean, 70K should cover pretty much anything. We have swipe and drag technology, whether you want to transfer a ticket or void a ticket or comp a ticket, whatever you're looking for. So we got into working on liquor stores. And some of the things we saw in liquor stores is if you don't have a point of sale system, you're probably losing 2% of your gross. That goes for restaurants too, because you're either messing up orders, you have theft going on, you don't know where your inventory is, you got bad inventory sitting on shelves that you could have been moving, things of that nature. So with better inventory, you get real-time information, avoid lost revenue from stock outages, things of that nature. With labor management, we got a time clock going in, so we know when they're clocking in and out. They're not able to punch somebody in and punch somebody out and things of that nature. You can use your labor percentages in your tracking so you can see if you're understaffing. And we also have suggestive sales prompts for upselling when you're in the restaurant. So best fits for Paradise, I think I went over this before, but Restaurants. We have online ordering now, and I'll go over that. That's with It's a Checkmate. That gives you over 30 something integrations, I think, to different places, Grubhub, DoorDash, things of that nature. They'll actually place the order on DoorDash. The item will actually pick in the kitchen. They don't have to have their tablet. They can just use Paradise for all those orderings and things of that nature. Ingredient tracking, delivering to go options, ticket commands, modifier and combo groups, which is a big one, table layout, and add gratuity. Now, like I said, we're going to liquor stores. We're doing a lot of liquor stores now. So we have countdown inventory and out of stock options, mix and match discounts. Bottle redemptions is a big one. We do all the bottle redemptions. We print labels for items. We add a sign and vendors. We do case breaking, which is one that didn't make the list apparently, and some of these things. I mean, we are trying to do everything we need to do for a liquor store. So when you use our dashboard purchase order system, which is new, you have the ability to go in and set a global price, margin, and par levels of inventory. So if you want to grab all your inventory and you want to raise them by 10%, you can do that by margin, price. You can filter it down where you only do certain items. You can do one item. You can do 10 items, however you want to do that. We have the ability, like I said, to case break and create case data for items. And we keep logs of these changes so we know what's going on. On ordering, you can create orders for purchase orders right from the dashboard. It'll create a purchase order for each vendor. It creates custom invoice numbers, or you can sign your own invoice number. Receiving, you can receive inventory based on purchase orders. You can also receive inventory without a purchase order and just receive it right on the iPad itself with a scanner. Add receipt products to inventory counts also. So Paris POS, we're really growing. All the dots represent somewhere in that city, in that state, that we have multiple merchants, or at least one merchant that's using either the retail, restaurant, or both solutions. And we really want to continue to grow. We're obviously needing more in the West, it looks like, probably like the Midwest. But anyways, I mean, we want to help you. So NAB is offering a free placement program. You got to get with POS Pros to find out more. Basically, it's a free placement of a system if they're doing $15,000 a month in processing and they're using Edge. We'll touch more on Edge. I think Keith touches more on what Paradise can really do on Edge, and things of that nature. The last thing I want to say is that with Paradise, we really, really stress customer service and training. So with every system, you purchase the system, you order it through POS Pros. Your merchant's going to get unlimited training available. They just go on the Calendly, they can set up on one of our calendars, and they can train to their heart's content on whatever they want to train on. We want the customer to understand the system. Then when they get done with training, they're going to have unlimited tech support. They can call in 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. And over the last month and a half, we've really stressed on answering the phones live. And we are up to, I think we're 93% now of our calls are being answered live at this point. We're still getting orders at this day. People are still ordering systems and getting set up. And, we want to help you make your merchant sticky. Keith, you there?
Yep, just joining back in right now, trying to keep up with you there. Thanks, man.
I went pretty quick.
Yeah, I got some questions. Go take it back.
Yeah, I want to make sure I have time for questions because, a lot of people have questions usually.
Absolutely. Sorry, I was just looking for some information here too. All right, just back over so I can look at you guys. All right, so some Q&A. Let me pull down those questions again. All right. Oh, you're gonna like this one. Age verification for liquor stores.
Yes, we have age verification on both sides. You can either purchase a code scanner. It's a desktop scanner, and you can scan any driver's license for all 50 states, and it will do age verification, or you can do old school age verification where you look at the number and it says your birth date must be this date. But we have both options.
Okay, and tell them about the scanner thing too.
So with the scanner, basically the scanner sits as a Bluetooth connection to the iPad. And that scanner, you're going to scan with the, you're going to scan the driver's license, the back of the code on the back of a driver's license. I don't know if I'm still got the camera on me, but it's this thing right here on the middle of the code. And basically, you scan that on any driver's license, and it will tell you whether they're of age or not.
All right. How are you handling curbside service right now with your system?
Curbside service. I mean, go ahead.
Yeah. Like, I guess the question, a few clients already using Paradise but need curbside. So if there's an existing Paradise client, I guess that's a better question. How would you say encourage them to do a currently curbside? Would it be adding a pay anywhere A920 to take the actual payments that way and then ringing them back in through a different close ticket? Like, is it, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just curious as how would you advise running that experience?
I can tell you how we're doing it. Yeah. So what we're utilizing for that, we have several locations doing this. They're using just an iPad tablet, and we actually created a Bluetooth connection to work with the new V3 Wi-Fi mobile unit. And so you can actually just take the unit and the iPad out to the thing and run the transaction Bluetooth, as long as you have Wi-Fi or Ethernet or some kind of internet source on the iPad itself. Or vice versa, you can hook it up to a Wi-Fi connection, either one.
Okay.
So, and the iPad's fine. As long as the iPad's on the Wi-Fi, obviously you can print and it can do everything it needs to do.
Yeah. All right. Does will your online order or Paradise, does it work with Uber Eats?
Yes, absolutely. So all you need to do is get with us if they haven't done Paradise. If they're already on Paradise, you just need to email support@paradisepos.com and explain to us the situation. We are in a beta version right now of going through the setup and everything with Checkmate. This is kind of a process that they do. And we can go through everything with you and get you set up. I think it's 90 days free, if I'm not mistaken, on beta. So it's 90 days, because Checkmate's obviously a third-party service. But yeah, Uber Eats is one of, if you go to itsacheckmate.com, you'll see all the different supported services. And we can support multiple services at a time. They're doing Uber Eats, DoorDash, and Grubhub. We can support all three at the same time.
Okay. So on that note, Lee's asking a question. Do you have your own online ordering, or does it just integrate with the other companies? So like, does it, are you building that and then it flows through, or explain a little bit how that works?
So online ordering right now we have Checkmate going, which means that they set up with their own online ordering side, and then Checkmate does the integration. We have our own online ordering being built. We're talking about a release date around middle of May is what it's looking like. We're almost finished with it. It's going to be really nice. It's going to have the ability. It's going to automatically load all the items into the system for everybody, and all they do is type a description, basically an image of the item, and they can be live upon selling online with Paradise automatically. It's not ready yet, though. I wish it was.
All right, and then let's see if any more. All right, more questions coming in. Wow.
Yeah, I figured there would be a lot. That's why I went fast.
At the POS Pros thing. So on that note, David, I'm going to answer that. We're working on a full marketplace that you guys will be able to go to a website, start doing some information. It'll take you to landing pages that support all of our resource partners. Those landing pages will host marketing materials, logos, like webinars, and there'll be a whole host of education that'll make it a lot easier. And then I'll answer a question here in a minute if we get down to it. It's something I would encourage you to do.
Hey, Keith, if they want, just reach out to support@paradisepos.com or info@paradisepos.com. If they want some kind of marketing materials, we'll be glad to provide them. We have a whole pack that we can give people. Also,
perfect.
They can brand you on their side.
Yeah. And then
we got a new stand also coming out, guys. It's here. It's actually, we landed it. All the stands are here. We got 3 new stands we're going to be releasing soon. So we'll be pushing that out.
You're on camera? Is it your house?
It's my house. What's up?
I know. Do you have it with you at your house? Can you show us the stand?
I don't have the stands with me right now. They're at the business.
Such an opportunity. All right. Is the $69 a month plus the other costs, is like the online ordering included in that, or how much do you anticipate online ordering to be additional to the $69?
We're talking about online ordering for
restaurants. When you add the online ordering.
Checkmate costs are the Checkmate costs.
Yep.
Checkmate costs are $85 a month for up to 2, and anything over 2 is $99 a month. And those are
Okay,
checkmate.
so
Those will set the cost on their website.
Gotcha.
And then I don't have a price for online ordering yet that we're going to be offering, but it's going to be very competitive.
Okay.
There will be no charge. There will be no percentage charges on it, just so you know. It'll be a flat monthly fee.
All right. I think you answered this question, but merchants can essentially take the iPad out of the case or off the frame and walk it out to the curbside if they have the other reader that you're talking about, right? And be able to take orders and process transactions with the existing station. It's not like they need to go buy another iPad, correct? If they're running on Wi-Fi with it.
Yep, okay. That's correct. You don't need to buy another iPad or anything.
All right. Well, I think that is about it. What reader did you say? I think there's some people are wanting to write it down. What reader is that?
It's going to be the V3. It's going to be the new V3 mobile. We just got them in. We have like 7 in stock. We're getting another 10 or 20 in. All right. Like we're blowing through them pretty quick. I think we have 7 in stock right now.
Okay, so on that note, if you guys have any other further detailed questions, we're gonna reply back as much as we can. But definitely feel.
All right. I'm going to come on screen here. They're closing up the Paradise. A reminder that our deal is a little bit different than as a whole. We start our free Paradise, our no upfront Paradise for Edge pricing at $10,000 a month of volume. That's $10,000 a month. We are certainly looking and making sure that these are merchants that are going to be with us for a long time. But $10,000, it's not a huge amount to get that first station in there for no upfront cost. So certainly be checking that out. I'm going to be streaming more on the e-commerce here, coming in and out of that. We'll definitely do the big commerce here. As you, big commerce is one of my favorite products, and I'm encouraging a lot of people to do this in e-commerce. So it's something for you to stay involved with. So on that, I'm going to stop the stream, and we'll be back on the Paper Tech page and the YouTube page here in just a few moments.